Don't do this to your child. A message that might change a life. Every child is born pure, full of curiosity, trust, and silent dreams. They don't come into this world with fear, insecurity, or self doubt. These things are learned quietly, slowly, often inside their own homes. And the painful truth is sometimes without even realizing it, parents become the reason behind the every struggles their children face later in life. This is not to blame you, this is to awaken you because a child may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Don't compare your child with others. When you say, "Why can't you be like them?" it may sound like a simple sentence to you, but to a child, it sounds like you're not good enough. That one sentence begins a silent war inside their mind. They start measuring their worth through others. They stop seeing their own strengths and slowly they begin to hate who they are becoming. Remember this comparison doesn't create excellence, it creates emptiness. Don't ignore their emotions. A child's feelings may look small to you, but for them it's their entire world. When they come to you with fear in their eyes or tears on their face, and you dismiss it as drama or immaturity, you are not making them stronger, you are making them feel invisible. Over time, they will stop coming to you not because they don't need you, but because they believe you won't understand them. And one day, the silence between you will be louder than any argument. Don't use fear as a tool to control them, as fear may bring discipline, but it also kills connection. A child who is afraid of their parents doesn't learn respect, they learn to hide, to lie, to pretend. They become experts at wearing masks. And behind that mask, there is a child who is slowly losing their true self just to avoid punishment. Don't force your dreams onto them. Your child is not your unfinished story, they are a completely different book. When you push them into a path they never chose, you may see success on the outside, but inside there is confusion, pressure, and quiet pain. One day they might achieve everything you wanted and still feel completely lost because they were never living their life, they were living yours. Don't shame them for their mistakes. When a child makes a mistake, they are already feeling embarrassed, confused, and unsure. If you add shame to that moment, you are not teaching them responsibility, you are teaching them fear. They will stop taking risks, stop asking questions, stop growing. A child who fears mistakes will never discover their true potential. Don't make your love feel conditional. When love is given only when they perform well, behave perfectly, or meet expectations, the child begins to believe that love must be earned. They grow up constantly trying to prove their worth to you, to others, and eventually to the world. And even when they succeed, that emptiness never leaves because deep inside they are still that child waiting to feel enough. Don't forget to listen, truly listen, not to reply, not to correct, not to judge, but to understand. Sometimes your child is not looking for advice, they are looking for a safe place, a place where they can be weak without being judged, wrong without being rejected, and honest without being punished. If they don't find that place in you, they will search for it somewhere else. And one day, when your child grows up, they may smile in front of the world, achieve great things, and make you proud. But deep inside, they will carry a voice that either says, "I am enough, I am loud, I am capable," or a voice that whispers, "I will never be enough." That voice is created by you. Parenting is not about control, it is about connection. It is not about perfection, it is about presence. You don't need to be a perfect parent, you just need to be a conscious one. Because in the end, your child will not remember how busy you were, how much money you earned, and how many rules you set. They will remember how safe they felt with you. Two homes, two childhoods, one powerful truth. In the same city, on the same street, lived two families, same environment, same schools, same opportunities, but two completely different ways of raising a child. This is not just their story, it's a reflection of choices every parent makes every single day. In the first house lived Rohan, a quiet boy who always tried his best. One day he came home holding his exam paper. He had scored 78%. His hands trembled slightly as he gave it to his father. His father looked at it, frowned, and said, "Where did the other 22 marks go?" "Look at Sharma's son, he got 95." Rohan's smile faded. In that moment, his 78 didn't matter, only his failure did. That night, he didn't study harder because he was motivated. He studied because he was afraid. In the second house lived Arjun. He too came home with his paper, also 78%. He walked in nervously, expecting disappointment. His mother looked at it, smiled gently, and said, "You have improved from last time. I am proud of your effort. Let's see where you lost marks and work on it together." Arjun felt something different, not fear but encouragement. That night he studied not because he was scared but because he believed he could do better. Years passed. One evening, Rohan accidentally broke an expensive vase while playing. The sound echoed through the house. His heart raced. When his father came out, Rohan immediately said, "I didn't do it." He lied. Not because he was a bad child, but because he was afraid of the consequences of truth. His father shouted, punished him, and walked away. But something deeper broke that day. Not the vase, but Rohan's honesty. In the other house, Arjun too broke something valuable while playing. He froze for a second, then walked to his mother and said, "I am sorry I broke it." His mother looked at him, paused, and said, "I am not happy that it broke, but I am proud that you told me the truth." That day, Arjun didn't just learn about responsibility, he learned that honesty is safe. Years turned into teenage life. Rohan started facing problems in school, pressure, confusion, self doubt, but he never shared anything at home. He had learned one thing very clearly: at home, I will be judged, compared, and scolded. So he stayed silent even when he needed help the most. Arjun also faced struggles, failure, rejection, and moments of doubt. But he spoke to his parents openly because for him, home was not a place of fear, it was a place of understanding. Time passed, both boys grew up. Rohan became successful on the outside, good job, good salary, everything looked perfect. But inside, he constantly questioned himself. He feared failure. He feared judgment, and no matter how much he achieved, he never felt it was enough. Because deep inside, he was still that little boy trying to prove his worth. Arjun also built a good life, but the difference was within. He was confident, secure, and at peace with himself. He wasn't afraid to fail because he never learned to associate mistakes with shame. He didn't chase validation, he believed in his value. Two children, two homes, two completely different lives. Not because of talent, not because of luck, but because of parenting. The way you react to small moments today, marks, mistakes, emotions may seem insignificant, but to a child, these moments become their inner voice for life. You are not just raising a child, you are shaping how they will see themselves forever. Choose patience over pressure, choose understanding over comparison, choose connection over control. If this story made you reflect, share it with someone who needs it. And Subscribe for more stories that can change perspectives and touch hearts.